I'm obsessed with this Pilates and stretch movement series, and I hope that you enjoy it. So here we're going to start lying down on our back to get started with our warm-up. Feet hip-width distance apart and relaxed onto the mat. Arms straight down by the sides of the body. Thinking about the abdominal connection in our breathing. Feeling the shoulders roll back. Here I'm on the PEMF higher dose infrared heating mat, so I can heat up the muscles and promote more relaxation. You can see me tapping and touching the areas that I want to tell to relax, like the upper chest and the shoulders and the trapezius, then hands down by your sides with your palms turned up. Inhale, exhale, and bring the legs into a low tabletop, the toes slightly below the knees, and bracing into one of the thighs and working on our heel taps. Exhale when we tap, inhale when we lift, taking your time. Anytime you want to do more reps, you can pause the video. Anytime you want to do less, just take more time. Exhale when you tap. Inhale when you slowly draw in. Really feeling the deep abdominal wall. That's why I am going slow this whole series. If you need to modify, you can hug the knee into the chest as opposed to bracing if the hip flexor is bothering you. We're going to continue these taps. Exhale when you tap. Inhale when you draw in. And return that foot flat to the mat, hug the knee, or you can continue to brace. We're going to do bridging. So you can either hug or brace your hand. Exhale, bridge. Take your time to expand that bridge to your highest form of extension that you possibly can. If your back is a little bit tight right now, you can do some of these as hip rolls, then turn it into a bridge. Really focusing on opening the front of the hip and squeezing the glutes. And again, you can choose hip rolls or bridging, whatever feels comfortable to you. If you are taking the time to do hip rolls like me in this workout, it's an inhale to prepare, exhale, roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes, roll your hips off the mat into your bridge. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll back down. Listen to what your body needs. And like with all my other workouts, we're going to do some pulses. Slow, controlled pulses, either hugging or bracing your thigh. Exhale slow and controlled. And after your reps, roll back down. Start by extending the knee for développé. Inhale, lift, bend, and exhale, reach. Inhale, lift, bend, and exhale, reach. Perfect. I tend to do intermediate mat, bridge, and développé on the reformer, but this is really the only time you'll see this exercise in my videos, and I love it. So my classes will see it going forward. Now hold that leg out on this last repetition so that we can switch the direction. Inhale, lift, and exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, point and lift. And exhale, flex and lower. Same cueing as intermediate bridge, but it's moving through a développé, like in a ballet class. Last rep. Traditionally, the toe points and flexes, but here I kept it pointed. Now resting that leg down and straightening out the other, reaching the arms over, and we're going to begin our roll up. Nod your chin, curl and flex, roll up for the rounded shape towards your feet. Inhale, stretch towards those feet, and begin rolling back. That's all on the inhale. And on the exhale, finish rolling down. Take your time on each spinal column joint and reach the arms. Inhale, arms first, glide the shoulders down. Exhale, curl and flex, roll up rounded shape for your feet. Making sure that you keep your rib cage right over your pelvis, that you don't overstretch for your low back here. Inhale, begin rolling back, and exhale, roll your spine down in order of your spinal succession. reaching your arms over by no farther than your hairline. Believe it or not, we have the other bracing side to do. So we'll rest our hands down by our sides. Think about imprinting the spine, bringing those legs into tabletop and bracing against the opposite left hip now. Inhale, exhale, slowly tap down and lift. As I mentioned, this is one of my favorite movement series that's stretching but Pilates and relaxing your mind and body from a very stressful life, that forward world. Make sure when you're bracing, you don't upwardly lift the elbows. You keep your shoulders relaxed down by your sides and elbows pointing towards the floor. We're really going to work on releasing the hip flexor as we work into the glute and tap the heel. And then we're going to return that foot down. You can either brace or hug and go into our bridging series. Exhale when we bridge. This is all the other side. Exhale, bridge. Inhale to return. And exhale to bridge. Inhale to return. Brace or hug, exhale, bridge. Holding up on this last rep for our slow and controlled pulses. Finishing the pulses and then taking your time to roll the spine all the way down to the mat. Begin extending that leg out and develop a other side. Inhale, lift, exhale, flex and extend. Again, the toes pointed, but you could point and flex. Reaching, inhale, lift, bend and extend. Doing 8 repetitions here. Pause the video if you need, or keep your pace with me, finishing up the last 2 repetitions, and then we'll reverse the direction. And reverse comes now. Inhale, develop a in and up, and flex and lower. Inhale, we cue develop a in and up, and exhale, flex and lower and extend the hip. Inhale and exhale, flex. Inhale and exhale, flex. 4 more, inhale and exhale, lower. Connecting in the abdominals, and exhale, lower. And exhale, lower. Last one. And exhale, slowly lower that leg all the way down to the mat. Straighten out the other leg to meet it. And we'll do those 2 roll-ups, but this is my favorite part of the workout. We're going to add on some tricep pulses. Inhale, draw the shoulders down your back. Nod, chin, curl, flex. Reach up to touch the toes. Roll up, round up. Now bend the elbows towards the side of the body. Press the arms behind you and pulse the arms up. 2, exhale, 3. Palms can be up or turned in. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take a nice long inhale. Reach the arms to the toes again. It's all reach. Start rolling back all on that inhale. And on the exhale, roll all the way down. So we added in some triceps to this section of class. And now reach the arms wide into the side and around by the hips to scoop up off the mat for this last one. When I was filming it here, I was just exploring movement. Bend those elbows and press those arms back. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, pulse. 2. This time my palms are really reaching to the back wall. The heel of my hand's really reaching to the back wall, but really reach. Spread those fingers out nice and wide. Change here, reach those arms. This time we're gonna swim them wide into the sides like a reverse airplane, all the way around to the sides of the body, to the front of the feet, and then relax and articulate the seated spine up nice and tall. You can see me exaggerating these moves because I'm just really feeling this workout in the moment. Take a nice big inhale like a bird flapping its wings, and exhale, relax the hands down to the sides of the body. And now setting up for side lying développé. Get yourself situated in the center of your mat, your toes below your hips, your bottom ribs lifted off the mat, your kickstand in place. Relax the shoulders back and down and zip up the abdominals. And we're going to sideline develope your leg in and lengthen up. And exhale, flex and lower. Aha, do a traditional flex and lower. Develope in and up. Lengthen up. A nice hip opener. You can do this with a band or a yoga strap if your leg is feeling heavy. And keep your head nice and neutral, right on top of your shoulders. Don't let your head fall forward. Don't roll your hips back either. Keep that bottom leg anchored and flex and lower. Develope in and up. Lengthen and flex the heel. Now that's the example of flexing the heel and lower. 4 more here as you develop in and up, inhale, and exhale, flex and lower. Now for this video with the voiceover, I duplicated some of the reps so that you would get 8 repetitions and you could feel like this was a full workout. When I originally filmed this, it was for the higher dose company and I was just feeling and moving and flowing. Some things have 8, some things have 4. So you'll see right there is a duplicate, okay, so that we can get the 8 repetitions in. But all the same principles, 8 repetitions of the sideline develope. This is your last repetition before reversing it. And exhale, pull that leg down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knee and extend the knee. Remember this workout because it was the first time doing a full workout on the heat. I was really elongating my body. I wanted this beautiful for the camera. So exhale, really lengthen that thigh to the opposite wall. Really encourage the length of the fascia and the fibers of the muscles, long and lean to the opposite wall. And exhale, extend. 4 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and extend. Inhale, lift, really reach. See me reaching every time? Exhale, lengthen, long and down. Excellent. And massaging the muscle if you want. And exhale, bend and extend. Last one. In true fashion, I was filming and editing and realized I didn't do the other side. So I refilmed this section and we're going to develop on the other side. Just to let you know, there'll be a transition where I am facing the other direction for the stomach down exercises. So the more you do this video, the more you'll know, and you can face any direction you want. Develope in and up. Now here's a very interesting advanced position. So you can go up onto the forearms here. That's an option for the next time you do the workout. Showing some variety here. And then I probably realized it was too hard and took myself back down. Develope. Such a great oblique stabilization and hip opener. Inhale and exhale. And again, a little bit of editing here to make sure that it's slowed down and then also the 8. So a couple of duplicates. Exhale as you pull down. And exhale as we pull. Reversing it up, lift, inhale. Exhale, point and flex the knee and extend the leg to the opposite wall. When I used to have a chair and no reformers in my living room. Inhale, lift, bend, and exhale, slide. Inhale. And just gearing up for the end of the workout, which is some of my favorite explorations of movement. And it'll be new to you. So just keep that in mind as we're doing this side develope, which you've probably done hundreds of times with me. The ending is going to have some interesting moves. So keep that in mind. I'll be facing a different direction in a moment. So we're going to finish these 3 repetitions, and After the third, pause the video if you want to turn around and face the direction with me. Or you can just roll to your belly and continue on. And exhale. Pause the video now. And rolling to the belly now in a position that I call W down, a W shape from your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists. Elbows by the body, fingertips forward of the shoulders. Lightly press into your spinal extension, your forearms and your fingertips as you come up for extension. Lift the chin. Exhale, feel like you pull yourself back down to the mat. Good. And then we hover your arms off the mat and reach your arms over your hairline, straight to the opposite wall to your Y shape. And then inhale, pull your elbows back down to the sides of the body, elbows down. Inhale as you push up for spinal extension. And exhale as you lower back down. Hover your forearms and fingertips off the mat. Lift and reach. And I'm really encouraging here, stretching my arms, straightening those elbows, encouraging those elbows to straighten ahead of me. And draw your hands back in, push yourself up, and we're gonna go into some slow hip rocking. The video is slowed down because I noticed that my speed was too fast, and I want you to take the time in your extension here, and then pressing back into your lats and really feeling your lats extend. Heel the hands, press into the mat here, fingertips lift up, relax the shoulders back and down, and hold that abdominal shape in. And drive forward through the heel of the hand for gentle extension. Inhale, lift the chin. A little more than normal I'm lifting my chin, but I'm doing it on purpose to encourage a little bit of a thyroid stretch here. And I'm lifting my toes towards the back of my skull, a nice little add-on here, and then lengthen those toes back down to the floor. They'll give you a beautiful quad stretch, and then press back there into that almost child's pose, but it's really a lat stretch, and it's child's pose now as I sit back onto the heel. The first one was truly the hip rocking, and now just exploring that child's pose. I'm going to let you do you here. I'm going to explore child's pose and just really work my thoracic, my abdominal wall, really stretching and reaching. The more you do this video, the more you can explore this motion. This felt really amazing to do that day. And I'm going to do an exaggerated roll up to the top of the knees. Take an inhale and exhale, fall back down. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale, fall back down. Let's do one more and fall back down. And this time we're going to start to move into extension. Inhale, begin extending the spine. Put your hands on the back of the hips for protection, and exhale, fall back down. And this time we're going to move this shape towards camel. One of my client Marguerite's favorite. Inhale, I haven't taught it in a while. And up and chin, curl, flex, fall back down. One more time, and we're going to hang out in that camel and gently rock forward and back. And forward and back. Take your time here. Do as many as you feel you need. Pause the video. Once I get here, I love staying here, as you can see. And then doing some alternate arm reaching here in your camel. So leave your right arm on your right ankle and then reach to the opposite corner, really stretching through those obliques. I'm gently going to look down, draw my chin down to the floor, and then slowly up. Up is not something I usually do, but I think I was really loose from being on the infrared heat. So I did it, and it felt fine that day. I was really expanding my workout here and exploring. I'm going to go to the other side and reach. And then I'm going to do that same thing. Left arm, left ankle, reach the right arm, look down, and slowly look up. And remember, you could always just keep camel here if you can't be on one arm. Really stretch and reach. And you're going to come back to your central camel and then be reaching up to the ceiling, giving you just a little heads up here. This is all new. I mean, I haven't taught this in a long time. So back to your camel and then up to the ceiling and then fold yourself forward and down onto your forearms. Bring it here to your forearms. Take your time to stretch into your dolphin. That's a down dog on your forearm. And hold this dolphin. Press the heels to the earth. Take your time to separate your feet and make them feel even underneath each hip. Bend and stretch your thighs to lengthen out the hamstrings in the back of the thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Lift and lower your heels if you want. You can bend and stretch a couple of times. Take your time in your downward facing dog, but on your forearms we call it the dolphin. Alternating that heel running, alternating knee bending, exploring as you feel you want and need. Breathe it out, both heels pressing down. And now I'm shifting my hips right to left. Telling you, I don't know what I was drinking that day, but this is some neat exploration. I think I'm going to do more videos like this in the future. Breathe it out here. Take your time in that down dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale, breathe out through your mouth. Drop to your knees. This next exercise is pretty neat. Again, something I don't usually teach, but I appear to be rocking forward and back. I'm not going into spinal extension like a full hip rock, and I'm not going into child's pose. And I think cat stretch with this rocking forward would feel really nice. Really curl at the abdomen and let the head hang through the shoulders and elbows. I think that would be really nice here. Blinking lights, opening and closing the palms. Palms up and palms down can all be done in that section. Then slowly transferring into your full downward facing dog, pressing through the heel of the hands, really unloading the weight, pulling out of the arms into the glutes, really lifting the hips and spine. Gosh, I'm seeing a lot of neutral spine here. I'm definitely nice and flexible after this routine, which I did in real time. Sometimes I just talk through my workouts, but here I'm actually doing it. So I really like this lifted hip position. Take your time to explore. Again, you can do alternate bending knees like the running. You can bend both knees towards your chest area and then press them back into a nice light hamstring stretch, which is what I'm doing right here. Yay! I kind of know sometimes where I'm going. Bend and ooh, and I'm lifting the neck too. Just a little bit of neutral spine. And then pressing back. I hope to be doing this workout myself, maybe putting it on my screen and then doing it with myself. Wow, I'm turning my hands out to the sides and then just kind of reaching out, playing around with my arm position. So feel free to explore here. Taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Here I'm gripping the edge of the mat. There's a little bit of sliding on this mat. Wow, I'm really impressed with this inversion here that I'm doing. But it's not about me, it's about you. This video started as 20 minutes. Now it's 30 plus. I'm going to slow this way down. I am bending my right knee and putting weight, pulling my right arm away and shifting to my left. Now I believe I'm going to bend my left knee, pull my left arm and shift. So I'm almost rotating towards the camera here. So I'm doing some rotation in that thoracic as I bend the knee. Again, watch this a couple of times. I slowed it down so you could really see it. I've never seen myself do this. I've never taught it. Oh, and I'm doing it again. So bend my right knee as I rotate my torso to the back wall. It's really like a TRX move. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so much expansion there. Wow, do you see how far I'm pressing back? Marguerite, you're gonna love it. And then slowly shifting to the other side. Rotate. And of course, if you wanted to move at a faster pace, you could do 4 as the amount I did 2. And pressing it back into your final downward facing dog. And just explore that last time that you're pushing back and probably how amazing your body feels from all that single knee with rotation. And then take your time to go to your knees and then child's pose. Really pressing and wiggling the shoulder blades here. And then doing a traditional Madonna. And then lengthening the arms when I'm ready. And then making a fist closing, I call it, blinking lights, squeezing the palms together, gripping the mat. And now walking my fingers to the sides of the mat like playing the piano. All the way behind me. Then I'm going to do this really unique sweeping motion. Never taught that before. Inhale and exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, drop forward, and exhale, sweep it back like the triceps during the warm-up. And then pulses, wow. And then drop the arms to the mat, and then airplane them back. And then sweep them behind me one more time. Palms to the floor, palms up, whatever feels comfortable to you. And then roll it up. And then slowing down the video so you can gently look up to the ceiling and take your time. And gently look all the way down, tucking your chin to your chest. And then neutral, looking over your left shoulder here. Beautiful. And then gently down, a little chin tuck there I can see I'm doing. Back to center. And look over your right shoulder. Very good.